This was my very first Portuguese book. Oh, see, I started off with Chinese. Don't just settle for one language. Everybody, it's Omar. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm here today to do the language tag. I've done a tag like this before on my channel called the bilingual tag. Go check that out. I'll leave the link in the description box. Well, this is the language tag where I guess it's for the broader questions about like all of the languages that you speak. If you are like multilingual or, you know. Let's begin. La primera pregunta is, what do you consider to be your native language? My native language is English. I'm born and raised in the United States. What was your first language learning? What was your first language learning experience? My first language learning experience was my freshman year of high school, where I began learning Spanish to help this other guy in my class so he wouldn't feel as excluded, because no one else in the class spoke Spanish but him, and later on me. So, what languages have you started and why did you learn them? Oh my god. I actually started learning a lot of different languages. I just never continued with them because I either fell out of interest or I just found a different language that I wanted to learn. The languages that I learned and kept with were Spanish, Portuguese, and Arabic. The languages that I've started learning in the past but I just never kept motivating myself to keep doing so were Italian, French, and Chinese. I didn't like Italian because I just did not want to learn another Romance language. I feel like I was gonna just mix them all in my head. French, the same reason. And Chinese, I just wasn't that motivated to keep learning Chinese, so I just gave that up. How does your personality affect how you learn languages? Probably the fact that I'm just so social. I know people who tell me like I can't approach native speakers because I'm just so shy. I'm shy, but I'm also afraid to approach people what I know is gonna do me good. So I like to approach people who speak the language that I'm learning and practice with those people. I'm just very outgoing and social, and people see that, so which also kind of makes me approachable too. So like if I'm speaking the language that I'm learning and people that speak that language walk past me and they hear me speaking it, they're like, oh wow, like they start to feel kind of curious about me. They're like, they'll just start talking to me. Yeah, I guess the fact that I'm so social and outgoing. Do you prefer learning languages in a class or individually? I would say individually, only because everything that I've learned throughout my language learning experiences, I've always done on my own, and people don't believe that. I was also thinking about posting a video about me sharing how I learn languages on my own, because people have asked me that before, so I'm gonna make a video talking about that too. I've taken classes here at my university for advanced Spanish, but I would just prefer just learning it on my own. I guess that's just me. What are your favorite language learning materials? Probably my notebooks. I love having a new notebook for every language that I learn. But then again, I saw how many times I would restart a whole different language, and I began having like multiple notebooks, and it was just driving me crazy. So I began having like these big notebooks where they're like different sections. So I'm gonna show you. This was my very first Portuguese book that I started learning Portuguese in my senior year of high school. I remember like these really basic things that I used to learn, like greetings. Oi, ciao, bom dia, obrigado, de nada. I remember these things. I should probably just go back and refresh my brain, because they probably have like vocabulary that I probably forgotten. Also, an ink pen too, just so you could just write down whatever I feel like you're never done learning a language, and it's always good to just have like one of these like small notebooks. Carry around like a little tiny notebook, just so you can just like write down slang words that you hear throughout the day. Also just other vocabulary that you just forgot to say. Here's my Arabic book. Oh, see, I started off with Chinese, remember? I started off with Chinese. I just didn't continue with it. I feel like I wasn't that bad in it, but I wasn't like that motivated. Why am I so black? There we go. But I just wasn't like that motivated in learning Chinese. But no, see how these have like different sections. My Arabic is in Malayalam. Oh, I did start learning Malayalam, the Indian language. I started learning Malayalam about like a few months back because I had a friend who was from Kerala in India, and she speaks Malayalam, and I told her I'm gonna learn your language within like a month, and that never happened. I don't know if I want to continue with this. I might. I don't know. Let me just get through Arabic first. Oh, this isn't my Arabic language book. Here's the Arabic part. Yeah, see, I study Arabic like every single day. My writing has really improved. But yeah, let me get back to the questions. Okay. How much time do you spend actively learning per day / week? I try to spend at least an hour a day studying Arabic. Portuguese around 15 to half an hour. What are your short-term and long-term language learning goals? Oh wow, I don't know if this would be considered, well, long-term, I would like to be able to speak 6 languages fluently by the time I'm 30. Short-term goals, probably get a job after I graduate college using the languages that I already know. What is your favorite language? My favorite language would probably have to be Arabic because that's the language that I'm trying to keep myself motivated to actually learn. I feel like people always look at languages that use a whole set of different alphabet like really hard. For me, Arabic is not really that hard. It takes a long time to learn, but it's not that hard as people make it seem. That's another reason how I was able to keep myself motivated to actually keep learning Arabic. I wanted to give up so many times, but no, I just kept doing it. What is the next language that you want to learn? I honestly thought about learning Japanese because I want to go to Japan so bad. And here at my college, we also have like a big Japanese population, so I feel like if I was to start learning it while I'm in school, I would have that practice. Who knows? Who knows? What advice can you give to new language learners? Don't just settle for one language. Don't feel intimidated if you're learning multiple languages at one time. Do not feel intimidated. People didn't know that I was learning Arabic and Portuguese at the same time. And I was told by some people that, you know, like you should learn one first and then learn the other one because you don't want to like mix up. And I thought, how the hell am I going to mix Portuguese and Arabic? But if you are learning multiple languages at like one time, you should make sure they're not that similar. Like I wouldn't recommend learning 2 Romance languages at like the same time, like Spanish and Portuguese, because you might mix things up more. But if you're learning like two totally complete different languages that there's no way to even, you know, mix those up, then definitely do that. And also, language learning takes a while to do, so learn to keep yourself motivated, whatever that may be. Keep a quote written on your wall or something. Just try to find a way to motivate yourself to keep going. I've given up on so many different languages that if I probably would have continued learning them, I probably would have known how to speak them, at least on like an intermediate level now, but I would never keep myself motivated in those different languages. So keep learning, keep motivating yourself to learn. I saw this quote that stuck to my head till this day, and it was, keep your goals out of sight. No, keep your goals out of reach, but not out of sight. And I think about that every day, and that's kind of like what keeps me motivated to just do all the things that I want to do, even if it relates to learning languages or anything else in my life that I'm trying to achieve at the moment. It helps me to keep my eyes on the prize. Those are all the questions for the language tag. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. And if you enjoyed this content, hit the bell thingy thing, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.